Coaches also have legal and ethical responsibilities that they need to be aware of and take action on. One of the first ones is just making sure coaches have their insurance up to date. So, Tennis Australia or other organisations will be able to provide insurance to make sure coaches have the adequate coverage in case of a claim in any incident. So, second thing is just making sure coaches have first aid qualifications. It's really important that there have been, in the tennis industry in general, there have been, there's regular, incidents that do occur, whether it's players getting injured on the court or anything else. I think it's really important that coaches are first aid trained, and so we think every coach should be first aid qualified. A couple of other sort of key areas just to be aware of, which is common for coaches, is just making sure there's a lot of coaches that use video to work on players' technique, and so they might be running a session where they video someone serve, whatever it is, and so with the rules these days, it's really important to make sure that coaches get permission off parents if they do want to take a video of a player on the court, or even better, use the parent's mobile phone to capture that video. So if you're looking to provide feedback, it's better to be on the parent's phone, but at least making sure you're always getting permission in that area. You want to limit the physical contact with student, or eliminate it altogether. Often as coaches, we're providing technical feedback, which might require an arm to be in a certain position or a grip change or whatever it is, and so sometimes you may think it might require sort of physical touch of a student, but we really want to try and avoid that at all costs. And it's not about what your intention is. Every coach that I know has good intentions, but it's how it sometimes can be perceived, particularly with young students. So we want to try and avoid physical contact with students at all times there. And the last kind of sort of key area to be aware of as a coach is to try and avoid any one-on-one situations with students, and that's probably more so for when some tennis academies do bus pickups or transporting from schools, or they might be on tournament tours. Whatever it is, you want to try and avoid any situations where you're one-on-one with a student there. So there's some of the sort of key things to think about from a legal and ethical perspective, just to make sure everybody's on the right track there.